Sup, guys? Who's up? Who's on here with me right now? Jermaine! Yeah, I hear y'all. My number one supporters watching me right now. Shout out to my number one supporters. I love y'all. Oh. Hey, stop. Okay, y'all, I want to talk about the strike. I want to talk about the said March 7th strike. That's what we want to talk about tonight. I have some major concerns about this. I actually have many concerns. And I actually am pretty upset tonight. Because what are we really doing? I want to get into some real shit. Like, all 50 Cent and T.I. aside, we got some real life problems going on right now. But then again, problems is only, what I'm saying, they're what you deem them to be. They're not, everybody is not struggling with the same things. Not everybody is going through the same things. Not everybody is, having the same issues. But when I look into things a little further and a little deeper, I'm noticing that people are actually having a lot of the same problems. And one of those main problems are lack. Whether most want to admit it or not, we're really out here lacking as a people. And I think I've reached a point where I am officially fed up with the lack in my own life first and foremost, but outside of my own life, the lack within the communities. And I'm noticing, it's a strike every so often. And I notice that it's always for like one day. Like I always say, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all gonna stop doing anything, stop spending on unnecessary bullshit. I see the 7th is supposed to be a strike or whatever. Let me share my screen. Hold on, let me find this real fast. Okay. Okay, so we got, people talking about, this March 7th, what they saying about it. Let's see. Okay, y'all. So March 7th, we the people are supposed to be going on a nationwide strike, meaning not putting any money into the government, not going to any stores, not sending our kids to school, literally not doing anything that funds the government, president, and anyone involved in the destruction of our country. It's literally one day. Understand, people may be scared, but the results, if we do nothing or way scarier, they mean are way scarier, I'm sure. You still have time to call off. You still have time to stack up on everything you need to prepare for this day, March 7, 2026. Are you going to be a part of the problem? Okay. Let's see what this person said. No work, no school, no driving, no buying anything. A day to just exist. All 8 billion of us should not be afraid of our government a, and a handful of billionaires. Mark your calendars. This is the last peaceful thing we can do to make a difference and for justice. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these. I might watch this little video. Yeah, I'm going to watch that little video. March 7th, spread the word, right? This was February 28th. Protest the pedos, protest fraud, protest our income tax theft. Let's get organized, they say. No more jokes, no more infighting, demand changes, no more sitting on the sidelines, blah, 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 right? Okay, cool. Let's see what she talking about.
A protest March 7th. Y'all want to know about the protest on March 7th? Here it goes. Okay, so boom, it is not just March 7th, but it's going to continue until we see a change in the economy. We have already started putting our money out of the banks. So we are already hands on ground, feet on ground, doing things for this protest and strike. There is a Discord. If you follow me on TikTok, same name, Casey_baby2, you'll see the video where I tagged the creator who created the Discord, and you can join into the Discord so you can start getting outside and connecting with your locals. In that Discord, we share resources with each other who got what we can buy from local people. We're not funding Walmart. We're not funding Save-A-Lot. We're not funding these big I can't even talk. We're not funding these big places anymore. We're going back outside. We're going back to touch grass. We're not going to work. We're not paying bills. We're not doing any of this until shit changes.
Not right
Wherever
now.
you're seeing this video, follow my TikTok. The creator, I tagged her in my TikTok video so that y'all can find her page and get into the Discord. You don't hear a lot of posts about the March 7th protest because we don't want them to know what our plan is. You know that phrase, don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing? Yeah, that's the type of timing we're on. You have to be in the Discord. So make sure you follow me on TikTok. The creator will be tagged in this video on TikTok. And when it comes to the SSN thing that I posted about, the link is in the bio. I created an ebook. You have to click on the one that says get what's owed. Y'all seen the video about the SSN, but in that video, I also mentioned a protest March 7th. Y'all want to know about the to you. So that's how you can find it. A lot of y'all.
Okay, cool, right. Now this is supposed to be for just one day. I don't really know, not knocking the day, because really that is all you need, right? For the most part. But my problem is y'all not understanding. Y'all not really understanding the true assignment. Y'all get that we shouldn't be shoving our our dollars into the economy, this, that, and the third. I don't know what the significance is about the 7th, but why don't we ever protest frivolous holidays like St. Patrick's Day? That's coming up. Everybody's going to be celebrating, drinking, buying stupid shit that they don't need. Everybody's going to be, you know what I'm saying, right back on the scene. The holidays are the days that we should be protesting, if anything. I don't think y'all understand. This is when the most money is funneled out. And it's getting ridiculous because these patterns it's just getting out of hand. These bills is getting out of hand. Everything is getting out of hand is because we're protesting the wrong days. We're protesting the wrong, not necessarily the wrong shit, because we should be protesting it all, right? But we're not protesting the right days. The holidays should not be celebrated. In no way, shape, or form should you be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Even if you got to get a drink, if you celebrate by drinking and stuff or whatever the case is, whatever, but going out and spending money on frivolous green shit or frivolous, hats, and, it's unnecessary. And when we do this, we're letting the economy know that we can afford to do this. And a lot of us really can't afford to do this. And even some of us who don't do this shit, who don't partake, who don't participate, we're suffering still because the economy, people like y'all who celebrate stuff like this, y'all still go out and do this in these same communities, same neighborhoods. We literally buy shit that we do not need. And this is what's messing the economy up on top. I'm really just now starting to understand why people are saying don't use AI. But what's messed up about using AI or not using AI, AI really helps the smaller person. AI really helps us think because we have so much on our mind and so much to do, so many obligations. We can't have a sound thought about how to come up. It's like you have to come up almost in survival mode. Like you have to be on the brink of literal death to come up with a good idea. It's really come to the point where we are really stuck in survival mode, struggle mode. Like the only way you really, you make something happen or make something work is if you under so much pressure. But if you not pressed to think fast, it's kind of to the point where we work so hard using our brains trying to figure it out All we want to do, if we have the moment to do it, is rest and relax. But why is it like this though? We've gotten so comfortable in funding stupid ass causes to where we don't want, you know what I'm saying? We don't think for ourselves. These habits have been pushed off to us, onto us, due to our parents. Not that they didn't know any better. They didn't want to know any better, because our parents could have, you know what I'm saying, they could have looked into what was the best things to do. They could have, you know what I'm saying, they could have did what they, you know what I'm saying, what they needed to do to buckle down. A lot of parents was able to do it, but some didn't. I'm not gonna say some wasn't, some literally didn't. But in order to get out of this cycle, we have got to stop. We got to stop doing shit from the cycle. How do we really expect to evolve or do any better if we're still doing things from the before lifestyle? If you hate your lifestyle today, you should not be doing shit that you was doing last year that was similar to what you doing in this day and age during the lifestyle that you hate. What everybody is complaining about the same shit, but how many things are you doing totals out to the same outcome? Totals out to the same, you know what I'm saying, with equals to the same things that you was doing just last year, or not even just last year, when you was a child, when you was living with your parents. We literally doing all the same shit, expecting things to tremendously change. And that's just not how it works. When that goes for, you know what I'm saying, what you're teaching your children, what you abide by, the, you know what I'm saying, the rules you set, the holidays you celebrate, your tone, your speech, the way you talk, the way you breathe, the way you eat. All this shit is the reason for our current downhill. And I'm just trying to understand why we think boycotting this one day is gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna make this huge impact for the rest of our lives, or for a good amount of time. It's not this day. It's not the one day. Let me say that. It's not the one day. It's the day. Y'all, what I would like to see us have this energy for holidays like St. Patrick's Day. I would like us to have this energy for Easter. Fuck March 7th. Let's boycott Easter. Let's boycott St. Patrick's Day. Let's boycott Christmas. Let's boycott Valentine's Day. But no, because you've been conditioned to partake and participate in these holidays to show somebody love me. I love my kids. I like to have a good time. I can have a good time. When the whole time you really can't, you really not in a position to do that. You really not. And even if you not, the people around you not. Even though you're supposed to take care of yourself and live the best life for yourself, true, there's got to be balance in the world. It's got to be balance. If you know somebody that you know is not in the best place, you know what I'm saying, financially or, you know, economically, sit that day out for them. Pour one up for the homies, for them. We show more love to people when they dead than when they alive, and then wonder why, you know what I'm saying, this life cycle go on. Nobody's doing anything different. Nobody's reshaping the narrative for real. Everybody's literally going along to get along, and then come along and do shit like this and act like they making just such a big impact. This is nothing. This is nothing. Where is this energy during the holidays that we don't need? Where is this energy when the most money goes out intentionally? Nobody intentionally spends money on the 7th. They're talking about no school. There's not even any school on the 7th. This is how I know people not serious. And it's not even about that. Like, your kids should, school suck anyway. So if you can get your kids out of school, yeah. But if you can't, you know what I'm saying, school was not really doing anything. But then again, it is, because let me tell y'all this. Why is it that the schools find any way to get you out of money too? And I really think that some of the schools, I think that schools, you know what I'm saying, get what is it? I think schools get like commission or something when money is spent, or amount of money is spent on certain things, because you know kids have spirit days at school, so you have to wear certain things or certain colors. I know for a fact I have went out specifically to go buy my kids something just because it was a certain day at school, just because they were celebrating at school, and I wanted her to be able, or I wanted them to be able to partake in whatever was going on at school. Just unnecessary money spent when my kids is up here trying to learn. You can have fun in other ways. Why should parents have to go out? Mind you, if your kids go to public school, you not land like that. Either you land like that or you don't really care about your child's education, because public school is no good. Public school is no good. So we already know public school is not the best for children. You sending your kids up there, 9 times out of 10, if your kid go to public school, you're receiving some type of public benefit, which means that you could, you know what I'm saying, your dollars could be allocated or spent better somewhere elsewhere. But the school, and for any given reason, they're having a fundraiser. You know what I'm saying? They sending your kids back home to, you know, encourage you to shovel money that you don't have, or that could probably go somewhere else, into a fundraiser. And then in order to show that this child supported the fundraiser, you have to put forth some type of dollar, and for that dollar that you put towards that fundraiser or that school, they get a little janky keychain or something. If they don't get that keychain, they feeling left out. So that leaves you as a parent feeling like you ain't the best parent, because you can't afford to send your child, or to donate money, or to just give away money to a fundraiser to a public school who is supposed to be getting funded from the government, from the state, from the city, whomever, you know what I'm saying, for the funding. The school that my child goes to was raising money for a playground, and it was put on the you know what I'm saying, the parents to help this happen. Why should the parents have to help this happen when the parents is literally having their child in public school because they can't afford any better education? They can't really afford a better school for their child to go to. They can't afford to homeschool their own children. Most children are not homeschooled because the parents have to work. Most children are going to public school because this is low. Public school is low class. You can make it out of public school and be anything you want, but what they don't tell you is public school is hell for not just the child, but the parent too. But it takes knowledge to wiggle your way out of it. It takes a different route. It takes understanding, and it takes strategy to, you know what I'm saying, to reroute things. And what I'm saying is, nobody's doing anything different, but everybody got something new to complain about going forward into the next day. Everybody is so mad about how much this is, how unaffordable life is, but yet y'all will rush to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Y'all will rush to go make your child a stupid Easter basket. Y'all will rush to spend money on shit that does not fund your life for the better. And then we wonder why life is not getting better financially. Life is not getting better financially because people keep doing the same shit that they did before yesteryear ago. Like I'm really just over all this, and then nobody is getting it. Nobody is getting it because they following the same rules from ever ago. They don't care. They don't, you know what I'm saying? This world will forever.
It's not a one-day thing because we already see that a day does nothing. The only people
We will always have problems because people refuse to
Asking
grow.
about the strike on March 7th, so let me explain it to y'all. First of all, it starts on March 7th and it does not end until we see change. This is not a one-day thing because we already see that a day does nothing. The only people we need going to work are doctors, nurses, and first responders.
First of all, nobody should not be going to work on some real stuff. I mean, because we want to build money, right? We want to build. You're supposed to use the system for what it's for, not, you know what I'm saying, not make life harder. You know what I'm saying? If you have the means, if you have a job, a lot of people is having a hard time even finding a job. If you can get your money, stack your money, you know what I'm saying, and just add to your, you know what I'm saying, to your stash, to your benefit, that's what you're supposed to be doing. The problem is not making the money. The problem is spending the money. You supposed to work for what you want, but you're not supposed to be spending excessively on shit you don't need. The spending is the problem. It is not the working. It's not the working. It's not the working.
Because we don't want anyone dying or getting hurt because of this.
Nobody should be dying or getting hurt, but at the same time, it's not fair to say, oh, okay, the doctors can go. You know what I'm saying? It's some essential shit. Everybody is essential. This is what everybody needs to understand. And in order to be really to play your role as an essential person, don't spend unnecessary money, and you won't be one of the people who get to stay home, and you will be essential just like the rest of the people. You should be going to work because everybody plays a role in this world. Is when you don't have no money to use when you need to use, when you become a nobody. Don't send the doctors. Don't just send, you know what I'm saying? Don't just send the people that you need because you sick out there. You get out there with them, but hold your dollar. It don't gotta just be on the 7th. It don't even gotta be no specific day, but it needs to be every holiday. That's what I'm saying. Like, boycott these holidays. If we really want to change, stop having kids and stop celebrating holidays.
Nobody should be going to work or paying taxes, and if you can, do not pay your rent. No subscriptions, events, bars, any of that. Why? Because we want to stop pushing money into the economy. People are eating, dismembering, raping, kidnapping children, and nobody's doing anything. If we continue to move on, they will keep doing shit like this. We're building communities. I'm going to tag the creator that has the Discord, and she also started this movement. The Discord is separated by state. It is that way so...
Hey, unpopular opinion. I don't give a shit if you like it. It's mine. If you don't like abortion, that's fine. Ignore it. Kind of like you ignore all them fucking children in them Epstein files. It's crazy. One of y'all vocalize the shit out of one of them, but just completely just on the other one. You got to be like that across the board, brother. Hey, unpopular opinion. I don't give a shit.
If you don't want kids, don't do things that creates kids. Like, on some, like, I don't understand what people don't get about that. I really don't. But I think the real problem is people don't have self-control and they're sex addicts, but they have a hard time saying that. So they just say that we need abortion, or if you don't like abortion, then just ignore it. If you don't like having to have people not ignoring that you're having an abortion, stop doing things that will cause you to have something that you don't want. But yeah, this strike for
Everyone's asking about the strike on...
They saying it goes
March 7th,
longer.
so let me explain it to y'all. First of all, we need going to...
Which is, you know what I'm saying, that's cool, but I don't even think it's necessary to have a strike. Just when Easter come around, don't celebrate it. I think we should take it a step further, skip over these days, because when people need stuff, they need stuff. Ain't no don't spend no money. What are you talking about? If you need toilet tissue, go buy your toilet tissue. If you need dish soap, go buy you some dish soap. If you got work to go to, report to work. You got rent to pay your rent. But when these holidays come around, forget about it. That's if you ask me, that's how we fight back. That's how we fight back, because any other way is kind of beyond kind of beyond everybody because you know what I'm saying, like this it just it gets quiet. You'll make a more of an impact if we stop celebrating things that was set forth for us to celebrate. That's not necessary to be celebrated. Mm. This stuff is cool. Mm.